Give me 1 second while I, you know, share it, and then we'll get started. Okay. Hopefully we are running. Okay. Well, let's get started. We will bring this up later when we need a palate cleanse from the, you know, horrendously bad cringe. So, we're going to start with freaking Rings of Power. So, Rings of Power has decided to pump in the bullcrap yet again. Oh, opposed to wokeness are not Star Wars fans. Okay, so everyone basically. I guess everyone. Star Wars, the Acolyte, Showrunner, the Former Assistant, convicted Helen. It's declared that people who oppress wokeness are not Star Wars fans. Okay, I guess I'm not a Star Wars fan then. So, yeah, okay. Headland's comments came in an interview. Maligned Star Wars fans are misogynist for criticizing woke DI casting of the show. I mean, to be fair, if you looked at the stop you right there, Leslie. If you looked at all the actors who were talking about it, only one was actually talked about being in it because it was a Star Wars film, and that was the one who couldn't even speak English. He was Korean, and unfortunately, he's at a time he actually was excited because of Star Wars. Unfortunately, you're in a time where Star Wars is dead, but thankfully you have Squid Game, so you can ride back on. The same with the actor who did the Marvels, so you have that. As example, a single YouTube comment that questions why are there so many women minority. Okay, you're using one YouTube video, one comment. Frankly, George made similar comments when asked if he was going to bring more women to the future Star Wars. And he responded, well, Princess Leia, when you're making a war film, how are you going to put women in it? Think of other war films, The Longest Day. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make sense. Okay, nevertheless, Brooks used a single question to declare this is a version of the same misogyny racist that greeted Ray. Except it didn't. We were actually excited until we found out she was a horribly written character. And killing me Tran was unfortunately was no, she just decided to do it because she just didn't want social media. That was not the reason. Okay. No one hated them because they were women. They hated because they were poorly written characters. It was not because, you know, they're women. I mean, when I look at one of most the famous characters, Mara Jade from EU, Ahsoka, who was unfortunately now a piece of crap. Okay, well, she left social media, made a new mention of her decision anyway, Star Wars. The fact only mentioned Star Wars at the end of where she declares, I'm the first woman of color to have a leading role in Star Wars. Well, I mean, nowadays, people wouldn't consider Asian women of color, they consider that white adjacent. I mean, but I don't think have a leading role in Star Wars movie. I mean, she didn't use that because as would be like, oh, look at me, I'm a Asian. No, she just declaring that she was. I mean, any other. I mean, I don't think that's actually incorrect. I'll think about it. I don't actually know. Daisy really also rejected the narrative by Browns in January. Yeah, because there are some that say made the connection to the internet. I think my take is, let's take a look.
Speaking of, if you're here, we've got to talk Star Wars, of course. It was announced earlier this year. There's a new film coming out. It's called A New Jedi Order, I believe. What can you tell us about it?
I was thinking about this last night.
Give us
something happens with someone.
That's so funny.
I actually haven't read a script yet, but the story I've been told is fantastic, and I'm there. I'm in it.
Daisy, that's a really good answer. Good job. All your publicists, your whole entourage, they're all smiling.
That's it? That's all you can tell us?
You're going to make it blush.
It's great. I'm getting warm. It's a very worthwhile story, and I think Charmine's going to do an amazing job.
That's so
Speaking
funny.
of Charmine, I just have to ask, because there are some of the, I'd say, extreme Star Wars fans who have made this a conversation on the internet about how they don't want a female director. Which seems bizarre because episodes of The Mandalorian were directed by females. I mean, Kathleen Kennedy has been overseeing all of this. So, what is your take on that?
I think my take is things get blown out of proportion, and the interactions I've ever had with people have been nothing but wonderful and supportive. And honestly, the day we announced that I was coming back at Celebration last year, you cannot imagine the joy and goodwill in that room. So I've only ever been embraced, and I think we're going to make a great film, and people will love it.
We cannot wait.
Tell us more about the film itself.
So, it was all lies. Hello? Okay, that's not my name. Come on. Okay, but back to where I was going. After clearly trying to gaslight his readers, Star Wars fans, claiming chain, Seth Harp. But it goes back to clearly she was embraced. We didn't hate Rey because she was a woman. We hated her because she was a terrible character, not because she was a woman. The same for every other character that's a woman or a guy in Star Wars. Who runs Lucasfilm has also experienced it. Because she's a terrible director and president of Lucasfilm. That's why she gets hate. If she was good, no one would care. Could put a chick in lame and gay. That's just Disney, not just Lucasfilm. Mentioned Bob Iger was a male. Okay. As for headlining for as a fan myself, Star Wars. Okay. The follow-up text message, she then declared that Star Wars fans who oppose wokeness are not actually Star Wars fans. I stand by my empathy for Star Wars fans, but I want to be clear anyone who engages in bigotry, racism, or hate speech, I don't consider it a fan. Okay, so basically every Star Wars fan. Oh boy. Words that don't make sense, that don't mean anything for 5. Where's my bingo card? However, as anyone who has been on the internet, if you are a faithful Christian, zealots, or LGBT ideology, accuse you of being a bigot on top of Lucasfilm employee number of people who are racist against white people. The infamous is Christine Ariel. Okay, in a post on March, she declared all white people are racist. She wrote, "White people, fucking stop it. Your racism won't save you. Your ignorance is not an excuse." Okay. Just so you know, you're replying to an Asian guy. I want that to be clear to Christine. You're replying to someone that wasn't a Yang. You're replying to an Asian person, and you're saying white people. What does that have to do? Okay, and you also or are just complicit. Okay, Okay, this is Rich coming from Star Wars, who didn't they block Finn, minimize Finn in the Star Wars posters for China? Didn't they do that? Oh, they did. If we take a look, where is Finn? Oh, he's down at the bottom. When normal one is this. So, look, all of them. Oopsie daisy, Disney. Oh no. Okay. Anyway, back to this. Even more interesting that Leslie has continued taking hateful actions against Gina Carano. Of course she did, because why not? Everyone that doing that apparently attacks Gina Carano because she actually said something correctly. So that's that. Okay, the first step of this struggle session, according to his lawsuit, was okay. Reveal several head GoFundMe account, including filmmaker Leslie Head. But of course she did. Unfortunately for him, I feel bad for him, but thankfully he has Squid Game later, so if this fails, which it will fail, it will fail absolutely. He has that to go back on, which I don't know if Squid Game 2 is going to be good as much as the first one, but clearly it's good enough for a second season, so we'll see. But it's definitely going to be better than this. Okay, New York Times targeting people who are oppressed by woke ideology. Referring to herself, looks ways somebody's fan. She's just using the tired, lame, and boring tactics as they all do. That's all they do. Series and the show itself has been described the series as long lesbian fan fiction with a star new. She did when I saw Frozen. That's kind of weird. Not gonna lie. So are you saying you imagine them as a relationship together? It's just really weird. What? It's very weird. Anyway, original. Okay, Skywalker Saga. Okay, Myth is a wave of more inclusive. This represents Star Wars shows. Fans don't necessarily look like. Okay, and that yeah. Okay, so is this what I just did? No, I didn't. Okay, so the second thing, I think that's the third Star Wars thing we're going to talk about. Yeah, we're going to talk about that one. Okay, actually, quick thing is that was yesterday as well. Okay. Okay. Anyway, we'll start. Lucasfilm Kathleen Prentice plays victim and says female Star Wars creatives get attacked in a way. Maybe it's never done. Okay, so you didn't even wait till the show came out to attack the fans. I mean, it's Last Jedi all over again. Except this time you're like, hey guys, if you are hate this show, you're a terrible person. That's what they're doing again. Series plays victim, feeling like career attack, personal ways. Okay, operating with a giant franchise with social media and level of expectations terrifying. I think Leslie's struggle a bit with it. I think lots of women who step into the Star Wars struggle with this a bit more because of the fan base being so male dominated. They sometimes get attacked in a way that can be quite questionable. So you admit that Star Wars is male dominated. Male dominated. You admit that. Okay, that's good to know. Ironically, Kathleen has been accused of attacking female creators and made it quite personal. When the company that fired in Mandalorian acts as a spokesperson, Gina Carano is not currently employed by Lucasfilm. There are no plans for her to be in the future. Nevertheless, her social media posts denigrating people based on their culture, religion, or identity are horrid and unacceptable, the spokesperson concluded. Which they haven't done to the other people who said much worse about people. Wink, wink, Pedro Pascal. Hello there. Carano has since filed a lawsuit against the Walt Disney Company and Lucas. In the lawsuit, her lawyer alleged that Lucasfilm employees set a GoFundMe account to support the transgender community. However, a GoFundMe also invaded by accused her of being a bigoted actress. Which, I mean, nowadays, that just means you have a normal thinking brain. That doesn't mean much anymore. Lawsuit also detailed that Kathleen Crown wanted to join a struggle session on Zoom with her and 45 other employees who identify as part of the LGBT community. The purpose of this struggle session, according to the lawsuit, was a litmus test to determine if she had the willingness to endure such harassment and humiliation. So that is literally not okay in any shape or form. The group was described by publishers as a friendly group that wants Gina to succeed. However, multiple employees that were part of the struggle session that contributed to the GoFundMe campaign, including Leslie Headland. Lawsuits say several had contributed to the anti-GoFundMe account, including filmmaker Leslie Headland, whose production. Okay, shocker. Not only has Cassie been the one to attack female creatives in a personal way, she's also publicly admitted to intentionally trying to alter Star Wars fanfics. During an appearance on Fortune magazine, the most popular women's, I think, the interesting path we had in discussion that took around consumer products because there were a lot of companies that were in place who frankly didn't initially feel Star Wars for girls. It was for both. There always was, it always has been, but it's mostly been dominated by boys. That's the reason it even exists today. Well, you wanting to be for girls is the reason it's also dead today. Continued, and when you have a company situation where Lucasfilm and Disney were all looking at the situation and say, no, the Star Wars, we have to change this. We have to make that we create both that are sense appealing to both boys and girls. What's wrong with that? Nothing but when you specifically target the women and leave out the guys, kind of, for the most part, it causes a problem. Generally, we go into detail. The fact that a company was bought by Walt Disney Company has been amazing because they very much support the fact that we are trying to grow workforce number of women as executives in executive positions in all positions inside the company. And with the movies that we're making, the productions they were putting in the stores, so I get a huge amount of support with that. She added, but we have 50% of ours are women, and 6 out of 8 people in my group are women. I'm sure there's a lot of people that would be surprised that we're making Star Wars movies. The people involved stories are women. I think it's a huge difference. No, it's not all surprising because that's why they suck. Okay, we went over that. Okay. So, complete future. Okay. Shocker there. Yeah, that's a shock right there. Okay. Okay, anyway, Walt Disney Company and Lucasfilm's upcoming Star Wars series, The Acolyte, is confirmed to feature a lesbian character because they need to be gay and lame. Jodie Turner-Smith plays the lesbian character of a regal coven of witches. Of course, there's witches. Reported on the spring in the show made it clear that fan fiction of When I Saw, for yada yada yada. Okay, we already went over this. Oh, this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's not shocking. That is. Okay. Okay, now. Where's. Okay, give me 1 second. Why? Um. Now. Here's a really bad one. Okay, Star Wars fan called Mayo. Yeah, okay. Right here. Okay. A lot of women. Okay, struggle. Yeah. Shocker there. Okay. So we're going to take a palate cleanse for a second. After that, having to see that. And we're going to, take a look at Rings of Power. Where is it? Okay. Okay, I saw this yesterday. So if I can find it. Aha, there we go. So here is Tom Bombadil and yeah, that looks rough. That's bad. That is really bad. Mean. Oh my. That's just. I can't wait for August though. And we're also 5 days away from Rings of Power. So, but I did want to. Hopefully, I don't get hit by this. Because this is kind of funny that I found. So, I mean, the whole thing is just, you know. Oh wait, I remember what I was doing. I mean, that was just. It would have been better if that was the movie. So where? Okay. Oh, here we go. I found it. We're gonna react to. I am so sorry, but we're reacting to this.
Two directors talked
I
about Star
apologize.
Wars.
That sounds good.
That does
Let's
sound
do
good.
that. Actually
Let's do it.
really good.
To hacks. You know, as much as Theory likes Filoni, which I don't know why nowadays, but to be fair, it's the only thing resembling George left at Disney. But this is probably not gonna help that claim that he's the only thing left because clearly.
Tell me about the Acolyte.
I'm sorry, just you asking me that question is making me cry.
Is it? That's all right.
Yeah.
It is a big deal to a lot of people. It affects people in different ways, and this is your story, so.
That's why it's gonna suck. Because she likes all the Star Wars. She can't even name one.
I was interested in examining were the Sith. The
You're-
master-apprentice dynamic. If the apprentice is craving the master's power, then at some point he must recruit his apprentice to overthrow the master.
Yeah.
And that is the Acolyte.
Right.
Who trained you? You don't wake up thinking you're evil or that you're the bad
Sure.
guy, as explored by George and Anakin.
Yeah, I don't think Anakin.
Oh, now you respect him, even saying George that Matt doesn't have all the answers, which he literally created Star Wars. So yes, he does.
Ever thinks he becomes evil.
I agree,
life,
and I think
you
a
know.
lot of the characters in the Acolyte
makes
have
sense.
to convince themselves that they are
Doing the right thing.
they're doing the right thing.
This is the Clone Wars.
Well, of course I have to add Ahsoka in there because why not? But Leslie, one of your actors said there's no good and evil, so why are you saying there's evil right now? If there's no good and evil.
Yeah, no kidding.
Ahsoka was such an interesting character to me.
When we started, we had it very much a shell shock moment for her that she was out of her depth. And I'll never forget it. George watching it and saying, "You guys are taking this a bit too seriously." He went on to explain that, like, even at a young age, she's not out of her depth for any of this.
I had a similar experience with the character Jackie. There was a note from somebody that was, wouldn't she be scared on her first mission? And I remember you telling me about that story.
Jedi training has to be valuable. It prepares them for the galaxy.
Do or do not.
Do or do not, there's no try. That's like, if you're trying, you're not actually doing it.
I had to do that with Acolyte for sure. My agreement with myself was whenever it overwhelms you that you're doing your dream, you just have to do it. Honestly, the times that I felt the most worried was not the special effects, the fighting choreography. It was the emotional stuff.
These things that George understood about filmmaking, understood about iconography, are things that we still try to tap into.
It's the Western. It's the samurai film. It has to feel elevated, but it also has to feel like Star Wars. Basically, what George created, it's the North Star.
What are you?
Okay. Okay, you have to just insult with putting, George and Alec Guinness in there. You can't help yourself. All right. So, oh boy. I actually have a thought, though. It would be hilarious if this show turns out to be the best thing Star Wars has made. That'd be kind of funny, but also kind of sad at the same time. Because you have a show that clearly looks horrendously bad. So you are, there's no way this show's gonna be good. I do not think. Like, what are they gonna do? Let's look at the comments. The dislikes. Yikes. Yeah, Loney is just not what he used to be. Why didn't they just stick to animation? I don't know. I never will understand. Animation was the best thing they had. So why aren't they doing animation? I don't know. Not sure. I guess they thought, let's just make live action. How's that going for you? How is that going? All of this.
Ready? Yeah. Star Wars has always been a big part of my life. I've always loved spending time in these universes and the concepts that Star Wars explored.
Okay, let's look at difference between that and this. Yeah.
New Play Year! 플레이스테이션이 새해를 맞아 준비한 해피 뉴 플레이 이어 캠페인에서 미스테리한 인물 역을 맡은 김재정입니다. 반갑습니다. 이번 광고는 즐거움으로 가득한 플레이스테이션 세계로 여러분을 초대한다는 컨셉의 영상입니다. 저는 게임 속 캐릭터가 가진 비현실적인 능력으로 몰래 여러분에게 초대장을 건네주는 미스테리한 인물을 연기했습니다. 사실 제가 스케줄이 없는 날에는 플레이스테이션 5를 즐기는 게이머거든요. 눈이 휘둥그레지는 그래픽이나 오감을 자극하는 듀얼센스 컨트롤러 덕분에 항상 엄청 몰입해서 게임을 하게 되는 것 같아요. 가끔은 게임 속에 있는 듯한 그런 느낌이 들 때도 있어서 굉장히 즐겨하는 편입니다.
The difference is uncanny. Someone actually cares. This is gaming, in terms game-wise, but you have a person who's also an actress who actually cares about the things. They actually put effort into it, and she's someone who actually cares. interesting concept you have there, buddy. So, yeah, okay. Actually, that actually moves us into the next topic. Actually, speaking of gaming, yeah, so, is she still have me blocked? That was the question. Uh, probably. Yep. Beardo, get better, my guy. Come on. I'm blocked and I've less than you. How are you not blocked? But, oh, wow, okay. But we're going to take a look at this, though. I swear I'm a professional. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, I am sorry about that picture. I will do a cleanse later. Okay, this was 24 hours. Okay. Okay. So, Smash JT's website got taken down because, well, what we're posting public information just to let you know, just for information, that everything on his website and that we're posting is publicly available information. I mean, some stuff I can't access because Alyssa Mercante has me blocked. Okay, so reverse by approach. Yeah, I mean, and Kotaku Detect is back up too. This is a great video.
Coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
Perfect video. Okay, yeah, so she tried to take down his website, and, well, what happened? The exact opposite happened. I mean, they're saying that it got taken down. Well, when they did this was during Memorial Week, or the 3-day weekend for Memorial Day, and when you see a bunch of false flags, especially on a weekend, you kind of just shut the website down and then come back to it later because you don't have time to even look at it. You're just like, okay, well, shut it down, and then we'll look at it when we get back into the office. And that's what they did. They shut it down just for 24 hours, and when they came back into the office, they looked and were like, okay, this is bullcrap. This is not true. Okay. Okay, that is a cope if I've ever seen one. Okay, if you think you have a right to hold anybody accountable when you're promoting. Okay, there's the buzzwords that don't mean anything for 5. For 10. Since we did 5 last time, it's 10 this time. Okay, count these nuts. Okay. You know, Reason is particularly fascinating. Even in the face of clear defeat, she clings to an air of superiority because she feels like she's important. She feels like she thinks she's actually relevant, is the thing. I mean, I'm not claiming to be relevant. Not at all. But she claims to. I mean, I'd like to remind her, we aren't in 2014 anymore. Taku and Gamergate, we're still in Gamergate 2. Right? Kotaku doesn't mean anything anymore. The gamer doesn't mean anything. None of these sites mean anything. You are irrelevant, Alyssa. You are irrelevant. No one cares what you have to think, except to meme on you. You are a meme at this point. So, unless you want to have a general conversation with someone who disagrees with you, why are you still here? If you hate gaming so much and say they're the worst kinds of people, why are you here? And Nick Calandra, I'm not spreading another one a week. I'm not spreading another week tweeting about this blah. I've actually work to do. What is your work? What do you do for work? I will be actively working to take this list down. Okay. Okay, you do you, my cat. But that's a lie. Okay. These guys will never stop. Yeah. You did the same. I mean, these guys will kill. Is it temptation? Is it defamation if it's literally available online? Because that's what it was. Takes your goes on a stream and says, I didn't even research what I put in. I mean, you didn't either, so okay. Let's back up and sing down his petition. I mean, where's the? Don't I wouldn't say that. Okay. Oh, here's the list. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's not a really good indication of what it is. Oh, here's the list. Okay. Yes, just a bunch of YouTube links, but okay, here's the actual list. Okay. We have Hypnotic, Smash, GT, Polish Productions, Very Dark, Atreus, Rider Athe, Geeks and Gamers, which is a company. So they even have a company on there. And all these people. Angerbat. I mean, she probably has watched all their videos. I mean, but come on, Geeks and Gamers. How are you that low? I'm joking. Okay. Anyway, they put him on a list to try to, I don't know, take down. I mean, how many times Geeks and Gamers have been attacked and try to taken down? I'm not surprised they're on another list. That's not really shocking at this point because they've been on many lists. So, and let's take a look at Kotaku. Okay, man. Okay, that's nice. Okay. Previously, okay, let's take a look. Refused to reprimand for contacting my wife on Facebook. Oh, friend, every time. It relates all the way back to 2014 Gamergate. Leads reader by leaving out key aspects. Inc. started the Gamergate too. She literally did. She started Gamergate too. So, I said when it happened, I'm like, just wait. It's gonna be Kotaku is gonna put something out, and it's gonna start all over again. It's gonna start all over again. Ms. Ryber, CEO, contacted wife. Push trend on Paper Mario. Of course you did. Words in lobby. Okay. Hook it. Okay. Oh, friends of Kotaku. Of course. To Chris. Married herself. Yeah. And the leader. I mean. And yeah. unfortunately, I'm gonna have to cut this one short today. I mean, Star Wars Acolyte is going to be a piece of trash. So the Rings of Power and unfortunately. So we're going to end with this tab because some little palette cleanse. So I will see you tomorrow, either tomorrow or Monday, with a new video. So I will see you later. Bye bye.